Boom! We are live. It is Sunday, April the 12th, Easter Sunday, 2020. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time on the West Coast, which is the best coast. Man, it seems like I've been saying that every week. California guests galore. Let's see. Last week, Ryan Burke. Tonight, you. Let's see. Next week, Sean Pierce Johnson. You know, like, what the hell? And then the week after that, we got Steve Anderson, who's on the southern tip of Vancouver Island in the same time zone. So, nothing West Coast here. My guest tonight is the one, the only, with a soulful voice, and he's not a bad picker on the guitar either. Jack the Rabbit. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Ben, man. Thanks for having me, dude. I'm doing well. Thanks.
Man, it's a pleasure. This has been a long time coming. I think we set this up, a month and a half, 2 months ago?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah. Well,
man,
I was in booking mode, and I forget what it was. I was just like, emailed you right away. I'm like, dude, we got to do a hangout.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
I'm like,
sure.
Let's go, man.
Let's do it.
Let's go,
Let's
man.
see. We got a bunch of people in the chat already. So let's see who we got here. I'm not going to say he was first in the chat because we're joking off air. Great Vanzini was first in the chat. Let's see, yesterday?
30 hours ago.
Crazy.
Appreciate that, man.
We've got Absolute Mayhem in here. He says, Happy Easter, staring Ben Coombs and Jack the Rabbit. Not starring, but staring. We've got H2 already at Talk Guitars. There's Bent Tom himself, Mr.
Hey,
Hybrid.
Tom.
Finally bowed to the pressure. We've been on him. Change that name. We got My Knees Hurt. We've got Hurricane Moon, new to the channel, which is awesome. Glad you made it. Said he was going to make it.
Hurricane Moon, hey.
We got Roy. Oh, geez, Louise. Roy Tofilovsky.
Hey, Roy.
Jack, the world's best guitarist, who also happens to be a bunny. Here we are.
The Easter Bunny today.
There's Paul Ewing of Stompbox Steels. Thomas Santiago.
Hey,
Daniel
Thomas.
Horsley.
Daniel.
Nick KB. Adam D. Brad Miller. Harley Hex. Down and Back with Corn Dog.
Wow.
Who may or may not be announcing a contest this week. If you're into the sport of cornhole and want a free set of bags worth $40, I'm just saying, subscribe to Down and Back with Corn Dog for a contest announcement this week. And thanks for having me on. I was on his weekly podcast on Friday. Nice. Metalhead Hippie, Layla's Guitar Daddy.
Hey, everybody.
See who
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
Man, it's great to see everybody.
Good to see you, man.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Fruitcake Tony, Dale Palmer, Guitar Man 45, Headstock Harem, Six String Brian, the man himself. I'm waiting. Is Six String Brian going to be back with his show tomorrow? I was going to text him off air and ask so I could plug it, but I figured now that he's here, I'll ask. Ron Limber, Vance Hicks.
Hey, guys.
Wow, we already got 30 people in here.
Nice. Wow.
Daniel Horsley also surpassed 100 subs. Awesome.
Nice, dude.
Oh,
congratulations.
Wait. We have breaking news. Those bags that Doug is giving away, they're not $40, they're $60. Well, it's about $40 US, so $60 Canadian. Dan in New Jersey. What's up, Doc? So if you guys have any questions for me or him or both of us, if you have a question for neither of us, don't bother tagging us in it.
What are you drinking there, Ben?
I am drinking. What am I drinking? I did a run to the liquor store. Paley Island Winery Merlot, a 2018 blend.
Merlot, nice.
Yes, I went frantically shopping yesterday because there was rumors that the liquor stores were going to be closed as of midnight, and that was it because of the lockdown. So I'm like, I loaded up on 2 months worth of booze. The show must go on. Yes, doing a show tomorrow night unless internet goes down. There we are. So everyone should check out Six String Brian if you haven't already as well. Monday nights at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. BC Rich says 40 watching. Huh? Oh, I see 43 watching.
BC Rich, what's up, man?
Yeah.
So what's new, man?
Oh, what's new? Everyone's like, or I shouldn't say everyone, like I'm some star or something. People are, like, how are you holding up with this whole lockdown thing? And I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. Not much has changed.
I know, right? I feel like that too.
Yeah, exactly. So, holding up well. Hey, BV, salut, mon ami. Paul
Maybe.
Lou. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So, holding up well. It sucks that the only problem is, the music stores aren't open, so I can't go and do those in-store demos.
all right.
Which generally those are the ones that generate the most views on the channel over time because people just watch them day after day after day. Hey,
Yeah.
Mark Pat. Oh dear Lord, there's Pops.
Quentin's here. Uh-oh.
Yep. Dad.
What's up, dude?
Metalhead Hippie asks, how did Jack get so sexy?
It's makeup.
There we go. Oh yeah, I had a question for you from the time you were on with China Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
Ever thought about getting a tattoo?
No.
Okay.
What is a tattoo?
I don't know.
No, I got dude, that's the one thing that I'm kind of bummed about this whole quarantine thing is I've been dying to go back and see my guy.
No doubt.
Finish up my arms, man, and it's been a while since I've gotten one.
Hey, there's Robot Master Switch, Blackjack Guitar Nut, Mickey Studelmeyer. Oh, coming in like a boss, sexy bearded Viking wizard, the badass Aussie. Which, tell me that
Nice
name
name.
right there, right? Hope everyone is having a great Easter. It's already Monday here in the Down Underverse, so ours is nearly done. Awesome. I hope you had a great holiday, man. You're safe and well. My God, that's an impressive beard in that photo too. Jeez.
Oh, I see where the name comes from now. Man, I gotta catch up.
Yeah, no kidding. Damn.
You shaved all yours off recently.
We were talking about you, Laz. Hope you had a good
Laz.
show there.
I was lurking in Laz's stream.
Nice. Well, someone has to, because if Laz is on camera, he can't very well lurk, right?
That's true.
Yes. I hope everyone had a good week. Let's see. BC Rich says, I was working 1 week on and 1 week off. Now it's 2 weeks of precautionary quarantine for me, though I do have some things to do at home. Yes. Uh-oh. Robot Master Switch says, so guys, I panic bought a whole rig. 4 guitars, 5 pedals, and a tube head, just in case I die. No regrets.
Oh man, that's
Nice. He's like, you know what? If I'm going out like a boss. Damn.
And I wish I had the room for all that stuff.
No kidding.
I think I'm done.
Well, I'm not going to say I got a tracking number texted to me earlier today, so.
We have a hint.
I've got 3 pedals coming.
Nice.
So, yes. Hey, Crowbar.
Nice. What's up, Crowbar?
I will say I haven't seen him yet in here. Hey, Michael B. Good to see you, man. Panic vaping. Yeah.
Panic vaping.
See, is it in Eastern Canada today too? Yes, it is. I had a nice turkey dinner, which is just sitting right there right now. So if I nod off, folks, you know why. Geez, I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, the Tone Master we know as Lawrence Petross. I had sent him an old pedal of mine that my dad got like early 70s, an old fuzz box, like a fuzz face clone. And he took a look at it and he goes, dude, this thing is jacked. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. Thanks for taking a look at it, And then he says, well, do you mind if I just hang on to it in case I can come across some parts? I was like, sure. And I think it was one of those weird premonition things. Either I was about to text him or he texted me out of the blue. I can't remember who texted who first. And he's like, so I got that fuzz box working. I was like, really? He's like, oh, yeah, I had to replace this and that and this and that. I was like, damn, okay. He goes, yeah. He goes, it's cool. It's old. It works. And then so I'm getting that along with one of his kits, pedal kits, and something else, which I can't remember at the moment. Mark asked, will that be over 70 pedals yet? Getting there. I lost some pedals, though, in the move. That's the problem. I lost one. So if I lost one, chances are I lost more than one.
How many? You know how many you're up to now?
No. 60?
You don't count them now?
I'm going to say 60, 70.
60, really? Wow.
Yeah. There's Lawrence.
I think I have 4. One of them I borrowed.
There's been days I've received 4. Gets crazy. That's for
Hey,
sure.
Lawrence, how you doing, man? Yeah, 2 of them are Lawrence's pedals. I got the 87, and Laz let me borrow the 68 Deluxe.
Aren't they nice?
I don't know. I have to try it. I couldn't plug it into my amps because this quarantine happened, and my roommate's always home.
Oh, right.
I can't turn my amps on ever.
Ooh.
So I bought an attenuator. Hopefully that's coming soon, and I'll be able to hook that up through there.
Nice.
And do that, yeah.
Adam D says that pedal kit will be a great video. Yes, it will. Definitely. Hey, there's Mr. Butt Cheeks himself, Brendan B. Squared, and Aaron from Elvis Band.
Hey, guys.
Awesome. Awesome. Laz, I never did get that email for whatever reason. Brad Miller says better send that pedal to me to build. Well, I've got a guy locally who's really good at building stuff like that. So I was thinking, once this quarantine's over, I may have him do it. Or we have a really fun video of me just, burning myself and cursing. Because there is that too. So.
You don't solder?
I do, but I've got an okay soldering iron at best, and I swear my soldering skills diminish every time I do it.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I need some more practice too.
Let's see here. Robot Mass Switch. Is it a fuzz before distortion on a chain? And does aggressive fuzz still go before low gain distortion? Yes, I like to run my fuzz into my dirt. But there's no correct answer, really. But yes, that's the correct answer. I'll go with the Daniel Steinhardt way of doing things. They'll say, "Oh, there's no correct answer." I'm like, "Really?" Because you have a shirt that has the signal path. So I'm just saying. Thank you. Yes, Mark was just saying some of my pedals could have got mixed up with some of my NASCAR memorabilia, which I haven't unpacked. So yes. And Lawrence votes for the burning and cursing video. Well, there we are, folks. Dan New Jersey's looking for killer deals on Facebook. And I bet, Butt Cheeks, my electrical engineering degree comes in handy wiring up cigar box guitars. Oh, we got 64 people hanging out. There's Joe Hervey. Let's party.
Oh.
Jason Sumner. Yeah, I scrolled back and all of a sudden I'm seeing all these comments I didn't see before. I'm like, I didn't see any of these guys in here.
What's up, Joe? We're going to have a jam. Not today, Hurricane Moon.
All right. Well, if I did miss a question, folks, ask again. Joe says, Jack is my homie. I love this guy. I consider a good friend. Guys, check his music out. You're supporting a great man and player. His singing is okay, LOL.
Thanks, Joe. Joe's my buddy.
Hey, Jose Benito Martinez Jr.
Hey, Jose.
I love that name. If he ever shortens it to an acronym, I'll just be crushed. Sean Walden, fellow Canuck.
Hey, Sean.
PJ in the Beard. Good to see you. James
Hey,
Mears.
guys.
Rob
Hey, James.
Tutrell. He says he talked to JJ. Yeah, well, tell JJ to answer his text. I sent JJ a few texts this week, and he hasn't got back to me. I'm not expecting him to get back to me tomorrow because it's his lovely wife Dana's birthday. So happy birthday, Dana. So I don't expect to see JJ in the chat. Almost 1,200 subs. Yes, Bent Tom. I think I'm 2 away. So if there's 2 souls in here for the first time, please have some pity.
2 away?
I think so. Just for giggles, we'll check. Yep, 2 away. Everyone's saying hey to each other.
What's everybody up to?
Yeah. See them all saying hey to each other, being all social, which I always love. And we'll say that is one thing. Like if you enter into a guitar chat for the first time, warm welcomes.
That's very true. Everybody's cool here.
Jesse Wells. Joe C.
Hey, go see.
Rob212 says, my girlfriend rocks, Ben. That's awesome. She must rock if she's with you.
Hey, Dwight.
Okay, Robot Master Switch is playing with his new pedals. And we need more subscribers for Brendan B Squared as well, folks. This guy makes cigar box guitars. He has 48 subs. We got 67 people watching. Let's get a few more in here. There's Happy. Who's Giggles?
What's up, dude?
Joe Hervey asks, Ben, you think Winter NAMM will happen? That is a good question. Maybe. Because even after all this is over, there's still going to be this, do I really want to get into a large crowd of people thing going on? So we shall see. Apparently my cousin is not here to see me, so he's here to see you, Jack.
Thanks, man.
And Mayhem says to me, question for Jack. Can Jack tell us what guitars he has behind him on his wall?
Yes, so let's see. Let me see if I can do this. So that one right there, am I going the right way? Yeah. That one right there is a 1997 Strat Plus.
Nice.
Which I changed the pickups, but I still have the original ones. This one is a, was this a 2017 Squire Classic Vibes 50s Strat. This is a 2016 Charvel Pro Mod San Dimas Neon Pink. This one's my Glary. And this one is a American Series Chrome Blue, I'm going the wrong way, Stratocaster USA. And that one has the original stuff in it.
And you even said the G word. So we'll see if that pulls up down the woodwork.
That one right there is the G and
nice.
Not the Gibson.
Welcome to Semi Decent. Great screen name. Welcome.
Hello. That's a new name.
Yeah, new name. So welcome. Please subscribe to both of us. Let's see here. Laz wanted me to tell you he watched you on the Livewire show for the second time earlier today.
Laz said that. Thanks, man. That was a fun show.
Let's see here. Oh, I saw. There it is. Daniel Horsley was asking what kind of amps you have.
What kind of amps do I have?
Yeah.
This is gonna make a lot of you guys sad. I have a this one you see over here is a Monoprice. It's the 8-inch Celestian. It's a tube amp. It's like a Laney Cub Jr. kind of thing, I guess. And then I have two more that are like this, but they're the 12-inch versions. They're like Fender Blues Jr. kind of, but they have reverb, spring reverb built in. Yeah.
Awesome.
But I can never turn them on.
Right.
Because I live in an apartment in San Francisco.
LPD Pedals says, I have a 1995 Strat Plus. Great guitar. One of my faves.
Yeah, I'm a Strat guy through and through, but I play whatever, man. If it has 6 strings on, I'll play it.
Thank you, Gussie. Congratulating me on the 2K. Peter DeBad is apologizing for being late.
Hey, Peter.
Sean Weldon asks, what acoustics do you have, Jack?
Oh, how much time you got? I got a whole bunch. I don't even know where to start.
What's your preferred acoustic?
It depends what I'm playing on it. If I'm gonna sing with it, I like my Larrivee or my Martin 0015.
Nice.
If I'm gonna accompany myself singing, if I'm just gonna play a guitar and not sing, I like my my D15s. And then I have a Yamaha right here above my head. It's a LSTA. I bought for my birthday last year. It's one of the ones with the trans acoustic. It's got like the reverb and the chorus kind of built in. So, you know, the Tonewood amp, if you guys have heard of that, It's basically that, but it has it built into the guitar. It's really nice. Yeah, that's probably my
Nice.
if I'm gonna play really pretty stuff, that's the one I grab.
Nice. James Mears has to head out. It's 1:20 a.m. for him. So
see you, James, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. And enter David Muniz. Ever notice how that works? Right? One person leaves, another person comes in, takes a spot.
It's like the store.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes out,
exactly like the
it's
store.
Like, here's your stuff, and then the next guy comes in.
Craig Tomlinson.
Somebody said they have a Larrabee.
Robot
LO3R. I never played one of those. Mine's an OM02.
Joe's asking Bugera tube amps. I don't see a lot of people talk about them. They're budget all tube amps. There's a few different amps that would be because they kind of aren't they owned by Behringer now, I believe. I think they're probably a Behringer company, and I heard quality had gone down over the last few years. Like they're all right, but that's what I heard. I don't know. I could be mixing them up with somebody else. Hey, David Ennis. Hello and thanks. Does Jack have any recommendations for a decent acoustic guitar around $1,000?
Around $1,000? I never paid more than $1,000 for any of my acoustics. Get them used, man. I found my Martin, one of my Martins, I only paid $600 for it. It didn't come with a case, but I don't care.
Exactly.
You can find deals, man. Just search around. Just make sure, any acoustic you get's going to need a setup. I don't care if it's 10 grand.
My knees hurt says, suggest a meal to cook / eat. Thanks. Steak. Peter DeBad just subbed to Jack. Awesome. Sexy
thanks, Peter.
Viking Wizard, the badass Aussie says, accept me. I'm the kind of customer that hangs around the register yakking all day. That's me too.
We like those guys though. They got good stories.
What's funny is, and I still have one of the videos due to come out. The last time I was in a guitar shop shooting videos there, because I have my jacket off because I'm shooting videos and stuff. I swear, every time I'd stop filming, it'd be like somebody would come in just as you're wrapping up, which is totally cool. But then they come up to me and they're like, "So where do I find that?" I'm like, "I don't work here." Like, look at all the people wearing shirts and ties and name tags. Those are the people that work here, But I get it, because honestly, if I walk into a guitar shop, I want to look for someone that looks like me, because I'll be like, "Hey, you know what I want."
I always find the guy that sounds the best, and I say, "Hey, what are you playing?"
Yeah. Peter DeBad says, well done on 2K Bend. Pete Thorne bump. Pete Thorne gets me 3 to 5 subscribers every single week. That's how Pete Thorne works. He shouts me out every week, and 3 to 5 of you find people go like, I'll give him a shot this week.
I saw Fruitcake Tony ask me something. Said, when am I going to put more acoustic songs up on my channel? I got some coming.
There we go.
Yeah, I've been doing a couple other projects in the meantime, trying to get better at my, I've been working, because I do all my videos in Reaper, all the editing and stuff. So since I'm so new to this, I just figured out a few weeks ago how to, do the fades and all that kind of thing.
Right.
But now I got to figure out how to do text in my videos. Thank
you, Mayhem, for putting Jack's channel in the chat here.
Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, rub it in, Mark, with this lockdown. He goes, a walleye / pickerel fish fry would taste very good right about now, right? Yes. And there is Martin C., also known as I Am Happy.
Oh, you changed your name.
See, that's what I knew as Martin C., because that's what he comes up as, I believe, on Patreon page.
Oh, I hope you're still happy, Martin.
He lives in Victoria. He should be happy.
Victoria's a nice place.
Oh, God's country. Yeah, that's
really?
out on Vancouver Island.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, the rest of Canada just refers to it as God's country.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of place. I'll take a guitar out there, play in the woods.
Ah, there we go. Apparently, Fruitcake Tony asked, because I got it in text form here. Fruitcake Tony asked if you've ever gone to races in North Carolina. I answered him, but no, not sure if he's seen my response. Yes, I've been to half a dozen NASCAR races in North Carolina at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's my other passion, auto racing.
Racing? So, oh, really?
Yeah, if it wasn't the cars that made me deaf, it was the bands that did. So
yeah, I remember the last time I used to drag race back on the East Coast. I had a Mustang GT 5.0. When me and my buddy, he had a Camaro IROC, and we souped our cars up, and we used to go up to Lebanon Valley in New York, and go to you know where that is?
I know Lebanon Valley, yeah, because they all have a dirt track there too.
Yeah. So we used to go there and drag race our cars all the time. We trailer our cars up there and then drag race and then drive home.
Yeah, that's like 3 hours from my place.
Yeah, it was about an hour from where we lived in Connecticut.
Actually, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, it'd be closer to 6. That's right, because you have to go east as well. Anyone ever own or try a Gibson Melody Maker Explorer? Melody Maker, yes, not an Explorer.
No. I haven't played too many Gibsons, to be honest with you. Les Pauls. And then the SG I just got.
Shush you, Doug, with your incriminating drunk video of me. Ben Tom says 72 watching, 41 thumbs up, and one person who needs a hug.
Wow. I need a hug. Tom, where's my hug?
Crowbar says, my last drummer races stocks at Thompson, Connecticut. I know Thompson Speedway very well. That's a very good.
Yeah.
Modified.
Awesome, man. I never went to that track.
6-string Stanger. Good to see you. Dave Muniz asked, have you all tried the TC Helicon Voice Live 3? Those things are great, especially now. I tried a couple of voice-based things, Electro Harmonics harmonizer one time, and it was as much for to EQ a voice as harmonizing and stuff. I think that's what we just used as an EQ for Richie.
I had the rack unit of that. I don't know if it was called the Voice Live 3. I forgot what it was called. It was pretty cool. I used to use it when I was producing other people because I don't like effects on my own voice.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe a little gain because you want to. It's as much as like an EQ thing. Yeah,
I roll off the bass and if I EQ my voice, but.
There we go. Yeah, but you have a good voice too, so you don't need to do anything with it. So those of us that struggle.
Thanks, man.
Okay, No Cover Charge is looking for something specific. He's looking for a new American custom 70s telly with a wide range humbucker in the neck in mocha. That'd be cool. And Robot Master Switch $100 hair says Jack gives great hugs.
I do.
See, he's the whole package, ladies.
I'm a good hugger.
Sings, plays guitar, and he's a good hugger.
Anybody needs a hug, come see me. Or when the thing is over.
We got Terry's GG&G in here. Preston Smith. Hurricane Moon has to head to bed because it's 1:30 a.m.
Oh, man.
Have a good one. Thanks so much for stopping in.
Yeah, thank you.
It's awesome. Joe Hervey says, Ben, Jack needs more electric guitar playing. Court 7. He knows.
Yeah, I got it. I got it right here, Joe. I gotta do something with that. I'm just not sure what.
Viking Wizard, the badass. We're just going to call you Sexy Bearded Viking. I resolved my vocal issues by not singing. Right. All right. Yeah. Question for Jack. For the people that don't know Jack about Jack, can Jack tell us about himself?
What would you like to know about Jack?
That's a good question. And hello and welcome to Corey Lofgren. New name in the chat.
Anything in particular, Absolute Man?
All right. What inspired you to finally pick up a guitar? I say that because I think a lot of us, think about playing a guitar long before we actually pick one up.
Yeah, not me.
No?
No, I found it first, and then I was like, "This is cool," so I kept playing it. But yeah, I found it in my basement, my first guitar when I was
Nice.
4. Yeah. So I don't know. My inspiration was I was just curious. But once I started listening to other like people playing guitar, musicians who were guitar players, I was like, "Whoa, this that that just blew my mind what you could do
Right.
on the thing." Because I didn't know anything about it. I've always heard pianos, and because my parents they listened to a lot of classical music when I was real little.
Right.
That's what I remember. And there's no guitars there. So I was used to that sound, and then the first time I heard like a distorted electric guitar, I was like, "Oh man, what am I doing with this acoustic?" I was like, you could plug one of these in. So
Nice.
I actually ended up smashing that first guitar because I got mad at it because it wouldn't do. Yeah, I was trying to do this stuff, and I was like, I can't do it, and I got so frustrated with it, I smashed it. And then from that day on, I
Yeah.
always took really good care of my guitars because I felt bad.
I hear you.
I felt like I had like killed my best friend.
Let's see. Bent Tom says thinking a nice guitar will make you sound good is like thinking a nice saw will build you an amazing guitar. Will no experience. Hugs to Jack.
Ah, nice brother.
That's
Appreciate that,
awesome.
man.
I
Ben's
do
always so
appreciate it.
nice, man.
No coverage says Ben's gone all yuppie with the wine. No, it's so I can continue to drink during live streams and not have to take as many pee breaks as when I drink beer.
Almost
That's
have
the big
something.
thing. It's just volume. Metalhead Hippie asks, can Jack sing something a cappella for us?
Like what? I wouldn't even know what to sing a cappella.
Fair enough. How about Great Vanzini says, Jack, who did you hear early that made you go, wow? What record, band, or song?
Early on. So when I was a little kid, my parents didn't listen to rock and stuff like that, but my best friend Andrew, who lived just around the corner from me, he was a year older than me, and his parents were divorced, and his mom, when she used to come home from work, she used to take us out to McDonald's and to the arcade to play video games and stuff. And every time in the car, she would be playing Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and the Doors and all kinds of stuff, Grateful Dead. And I just got exposed to a lot of, 60s and 70s rock music, classic
Nice.
rock. I guess you call it classic rock now, but AC/DC, all that stuff.
Sure.
So, yeah, I guess the first time I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan, my ears were like, "Whoa, who's
Yeah,
this?"
what's that?
Because that was so different than everything with the distorted guitars that she played.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's Stevie Ray Vaughan. I think him and Jimi Hendrix were the two that made my ears perk up when I was real little.
Sure.
Um, and I didn't know who they were, but I was like, yeah, this is
But
something
you knew
cool.
it was cool.
I knew it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fruitcake Tony asks a question for me. If I ever smashed a guitar, I've come close, but no. I have come close.
Don't do it, man.
Throwing guitars across the room. Well, wait. Did I? No, I did. I did throw a guitar once. It didn't break.
Didn't break.
Yes. Mark Taft is still in here. I just remember. I think I threw a guitar at the end of a set or something. And he's like, I can't believe you did that. And I went, I can't believe I did it either.
I don't know Majestic, but what is it? Wax Fang? I never heard of that.
There's unfucking believable. Good to see you.
Hey, man.
My cousin Doug has a request for me. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Let's hear it.
What is it? Oh,
I'm not going to sing bodies, Metalhead Hippie. It's been many a time since I've done bodies. Even though I did mostly the screams. For some reason.
Who's that? Drowning Pool sings that? Bodies?
Yes. Yeah. The first time I had heard this song, I played it. It wasn't until after the band practice that night. I think it was the next day I went over to my buddy's place. I'm like, yeah, I'm covering the song. He goes, like this? And I went, wow, that doesn't sound any, because we do a full-blown rock version. I didn't know it was kind of a rap rock thing. I did it way different, much heavier. Ooh, Sean Walden says, my ex backed over my guitar with her car.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm not doing that request, Doug. Inside joke. Do you ever wear Kiss makeup and jump around in your bedroom? I used to wear Kiss-based makeup quite a few years for Halloween.
This guy does.
Nice.
I didn't really listen to much Kiss.
I want to say thank you, you two, and everyone. You guys really have helped me push myself in many areas. I have so much love and respect for you guys. I say stupid stuff, but I like you guys. Thank you.
Who said that?
Joe.
Joe Hervey?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
We love Joe.
We do. We love everybody here.
And then Kiss, yuck, overrated. Now, come on. Ace is one of the reasons I got into guitar playing.
Kiss, yuck. I had a friend in high school. His older brother loved Kiss, and that's the first time I ever heard him was when I was in high school.
My knees hurt. Doing some Canadian music searching. Favorite Dayglow abortion song? Arg Fuck Kill. Or Ronald McRae was another good one.
Ronald McRae.
Talking about SRV at the El Macombo. That was a great show.
Man, it was great. Yeah, I never seen a bad Stevie Ray Vaughan clip.
No.
I don't think one exists.
Considering we know he was pretty out of shape, mentally for a few years there. Like he got cleaned up in the last couple of years. But yeah, it's surprising there was nothing that did surface.
Yeah.
Brad Miller says, does it count if I smash someone who knocked over my guitar? Nope, that's fair.
Yeah. That's fair in love and war, right?
Yeah. And I don't think I saw if Mark had commented or not in here, so he may have left. Fair enough. Favorite Mr. Bungle song? I don't know. I never really got into Mr. Bungle. Hello, Dwight Bailey. Happy Easter to you.
Mr. Bungle, that was the dude from Faith No More, right?
Yeah.
Mike, what's his name?
Mike Patton.
Patton, yeah. Faith No More, that was the first cassette I ever bought with my own money.
Okay, we are in crazy times. Robot Master Switch just had a FedEx guy drop off a guitar.
Really?
Like, I'm like, it's Easter Sunday?
Today?
Apparently.
Nice.
This OMG guy, FedEx just now dropped off a guitar.
Awesome.
No Coverage says, Ben, I'm in love with Brett and the Glorious Sons. Great singer and great straight up rock band from Canada. Yeah, I think they're from like a half hour down the road. Kingston band. I think. Shows how much I pay attention to the local music scene. That's right. Peter DeBad says, thank God for Ace and DiMarzio Super Distortion pickups. That's right. Crowbar, Easter Sunday delivery in a pandemic. He lives a charmed life. Hello, Stuart 5150. I have been 30 minutes late to every stream today. Well, at least
dude. Thanks for coming in.
All right. Apparently, Mayhem wants to know about your tattoos on your hands. And oh, hey, Driddle.
Oh, my tattoos on my hands?
Yes. if they have meanings and such.
Oh, I see. Can you tell us what tattoos are on his hands and what they mean? They don't really mean anything. This one is I don't know if you can see. It's just let me stand up. It's just two roses. Where am I? Two roses back to back, and then my music thing. That obviously means something. And I got my suit of cards on my knuckles, and on this side I got the eye of Providence. Sorry, this thing's all backwards. They got the eye of Providence, and then my knuckles here that dates my dad was born and died 1944 and 98. And I got my little. I don't know if you can see that one. It's my little crying angel.
Nice.
This is weird doing it backwards, but yeah. So that's my hands, and then I gotta create and inspire on my forearms in Italian.
Nice.
Yeah. So
very cool.
And I got the one with the hand with the roses here. The rest of all this blank space is gonna get filled up with flowers.
Nice.
Just black, all black. I don't like colored tattoos on me.
Let's see. The Bearded Viking said favorite Canadian band he had was Penny Black.
I never heard of those guys.
This was an album that was recorded approximately 20 years ago and got shelved. And the guys decided to release the album, let's say, within the last couple of years. And so you've got Russ Graham on this, also known as Russ Dwarf, singer of the Killer Dwarfs. You've got Dave Riome, a.k.a. Dave from Dave's World of Fun Stuff YouTube channel that was on here a couple of weeks ago. You got Gino Scarpelli, former guitar player from the sleaze rock band Goddo, 70s sleaze rock band. And I always forget who the hell played drums on it. David Alpin. No. Sorry. No. Oh, that's additional musicians. Freddie Duvall. Oh, that's right. So another local or Toronto musician. So, yeah. Just looking who else was on here. Daryl Miller, drummer from the Killer Dwarfs, also made an appearance. Awesome. Yeah, great album. It's like Sunset Strip rock, just good bar rock. Yeah,
nice.
And thanks, Dave, for the CD. When Absolute Mayhem and I went up to Toronto to visit him, he gave me a CD, and we cranked it up on the drive home. That was our soundtrack for the drive home. That's right. My knees hurt. He's like gooched.
Joe, you're not supposed to tell anybody about that.
Killer Dwarves. That's right. Oh, thanks, Mayhem. It's Easter. Treat yourself and become a Patreon. Little as $1 a month. I know things are tough. I get it. So, but if you do want to help out the channel, that's one way to do it. And get first access to used gear.
My knees hurt. I got all of those tats in jail. With a guitar string.
That's right. And it wasn't even a high E.
It was a 45 gauge bass string.
It was great for doing the fill-in work.
Yeah, for the shading.
That's right, Mayhem. Road trip music.
Where are we going?
Well, that's what he's saying. We were listening to CD. That was part of our road trip because Toronto is 2 hours each way for us to get into the city.
Nice. Yeah, I do that with my sister when we drive down to see my mom in LA.
Nice.
I play DJ.
Nice. All right. Apparently, Fruitcake Tony says, show us that Martin.
Which Martin? I have 4.
Yeah, and are you talking to him or me?
You got a Martin, Ben?
I do.
You do? Let's see yours. I never saw yours.
All right.
Is it handy?
Oh, yeah, it's just off camera.
Yeah, dude. Let's see yours. Fruitcake Tony, which one do you want to see, man? I got 2 D15s. I got the D18 gloss top, and I got the 000 15.
With flight case.
Oh, nice, dude. So what is this Martin that we're about to see, Ben? I don't know if you could hear me.
Oh, it's still in tune.
70 people watching. Wow.
I don't think I've played this thing in 6 months. No, more than that. 8 months?
Oh, yeah. That's the sound. That makes me happy.
72, 73, Martin D28.
Oh, man. All right, Ben, I'm coming over.
You're more than welcome to play, bud.
I've never played an older Martin before. I've never played any vintage. I had a 1975 Aspen guitar. It was like a Japanese copy of a Martin D35, but it didn't sound anything like a Martin D35. But man, yeah, that thing's
got the usual problems. It did get the crack, through the bridge pins. Also with the cellulose pickguard, which is shrinking. I really need to get it pulled off. You get a little crack right at the edge of the pickguard that runs back to the bridge.
Yeah, so they always get those.
And it did have a guitar stand go through it right here.
Seriously?
Yeah, my sister knocked it off into a guitar stand when she was about...
Where is Amanda?
5, 6 years old. And my dad's just like, take your sister into the other room. I'm like, I get it, Dad. Like, I was 8 and I'm just like, come on, walk away. He's like looking at a guitar stand sticking through,
What'd you patch it with? Did you get that professionally done?
Oh, hell no. That's a sticker from a folk festival. The old Mariposa.
Oh, it's a sticker.
Yeah, you just placed a sticker over it.
So the hole's still there?
Yep.
Well, that's all right. You get a little extra sound out of it.
That's right. It's just extra sound hole.
That's one more place to put a microphone.
I can't believe how well it's in tune. Like, I probably haven't played this in the better part of a year.
It sounds great, man.
Oh.
Well, I think Lawrence asked me a question.
He did. Did you say you lived in the Bay Area? Whereabouts? I lived in the Bay Area from 87 to 92. Started in Marin for a couple of years, then Silicon Valley, and then the Peninsula.
I live in San Francisco, Lawrence. Like in San Francisco, in a neighborhood called Glen Park. If you know where that is. It's close to the Mission. It's close to the Mission, which is a very, it's a pretty famous area of San Francisco.
I know of it.
Yeah, all the good taquerias are down there. If you guys like Mexican food, that's the spot.
That I do. I think I love Mexican food because you really can't get good Mexican food. Like maybe if I drove into Toronto, because there's no Mexicans around here. Believe it or not, we don't have a large Latino population in Canada.
I believe it, man. When I lived in Connecticut, I didn't know any Mexican people. It was all Puerto Rican and Cubans.
Sure. Not even that. Like this area until 20 years ago was 99.9% white.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We have some natives because we have a reservation nearby, which awesome. And then other than that, it was because it's a lot of farmland. We'd bring up Jamaicans to work the fields each year, fly them in. They'd come make a lot of money. Smart guys. Because then they'd take all their money and go to Walmart and say, buy $5 t-shirts. Then they'd take them back to Jamaica and sell them for 10. So, smart guy. Or a lot of them would marry and stay here. So basically that's how we got minorities, which is great. I was like, all right.
Yeah, Jamaicans are fun. You got some cool music down there.
Oh, yeah. Question for both of you. Did you guys start learning acoustic or electric guitars first? For me, it was both.
I started on acoustic. Yeah, I didn't get my first electric until about 6 years, maybe 5 years later.
Stuart, 5150. Every time I walk in a guitar store, they say, can I help you find something? I say, yes, a $300 acoustic. That sounds like a Martin D35.
Right?
I won't get you started, Doug.
Oh, Tom, I just missed you, man.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, Divisadero. Yeah, I used to work at a bar called The Page down on Divisadero in Lower Haight. I worked the door there.
Hey, buddy. Says my homie used to live in the Noe Valley.
Noe Valley, yeah. That's just right down the street. I used to go jogging over there before I got hurt.
And he says I lived on Davisario.
Divisadero.
That's it. Him too.
Yeah, it's a street. It's
both places.
Yeah, that's a road in San Francisco. It's a street. It's one of the main bigger roads.
Let's see. Mayhem asks, have you played in any bands over the years or now?
Yeah, I played in one band in high school. Well, middle school. It was like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, middle school and high school. And we just had a drummer and another guitar player and a guy that sang. And in freshman year of high school, we did a battle of the bands. We came in second place to a bunch of seniors. And we played for a while after that, but then once I got into my sophomore year of high school, we all kind of split and did different things, you know. But yeah.
And because I'm always curious when it comes to high school bands. And what did you name this high school band?
I'm sorry?
What did you name the band?
Oh, we didn't have a name.
Okay.
We couldn't figure one out, so we just went without a name.
But I bet you debated about it for hours, right?
We talked about it at probably every band practice. and nobody could come up with something fitting because we were just, you know what it was, is we were a group of pretty eclectic guys. We all listened to similar music, but we had different tastes musically. So
right.
It was hard to put, I don't know. I always have trouble putting labels on anything. So for me, that's like one of the most difficult things to do is try to come up with a name for a group of people. Yeah, but we didn't stay together long enough to even matter. So I mean, we didn't really gig or anything. We just played for our friends, and we used to throw parties. Because after my father died when I was 16, and then I left home, and so before I graduated high school, I was living in an apartment with my one of my friend's little brothers, and so I was 17. I think he was 15 at the time, and we had our own apartment. And so we used to throw these crazy parties there on the weekends. All our high school friends would come, and it was crazy. But the cops used to come and try to tell us to shut down sometimes. But we lived in a house that was known for some stuff, and the cops kind of left us alone. Yeah.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Shout outs there. Sexy Bearded Vikings got a band called Iron Anvil.
Iron Anvil.
Video's up, buddy. If so, check it out. Old rockers sometimes made mistakes, but it was always fun and often part of the show, Preston Smith says. So true. Yep.
That also gave the music a little more character, too, no?
Yep. Yeah, like those some bands that used to like to party it up along with the crowd quite a bit. So by the third set, you'd start playing one song and the singer starts singing a different song. Wow, Jose Benito Jr. says, you both are welcome to my home. We can have some great Mexican food. I live in North LA. Just got back from our ranch in Jalisco, Mexico, Fresno area, born, raised at the ranch in beautiful Mexico. Nice.
Thanks, Jose. Next time I'm in LA, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Next time I go visit my mom.
You know, I've been to California twice now. I've yet to actually get into LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to Anaheim.
Yeah, exactly. Just hung out in Orange County the whole time. Good to hear. polishing some originals, hopefully to record later this year. Awesome.
Who's that?
That is Sexy Bearded Viking Wizard, the badass Aussie.
Nice, man. He's probably in a band, dude.
Joe Hervey's asking in the chat, who takes off or leaves their back plate cover on their Strats? Most guys do that if you've upgraded to a brass block in the back, because you can't put the cover back on once you put one of those big old blocks in.
I do both.
From the trim springs.
I do both. Depends on the guitar. If it's one that I mess with a lot, then I have to
leave it off.
Yeah, I just leave it off because it's just easier to get to everything.
And I found some of the cheaper guitars, you have to take it off even to change the strings, because they leave a little slot open, but it's not lined up under the trim.
Yeah.
BC Rich says, I took the pickguard off my Epi LP Black Beauty. It really does make a difference playing, though I didn't think that would before I did it today. See, I like pickguards on Les Pauls. I'm one of those guys.
Depends on the Les Paul.
Yeah. I don't know. Les Pauls don't look right to me without a pickguard.
I don't like pickguards on black Les Pauls, but on white ones I like them.
There you go. How about on a burst?
On a burst? It depends on the color of the burst and how fancy the top is.
Right.
Because I like to see the wood. If it's a fancy top and you're paying for that wood, I don't want anything covered, especially on plastic.
I take them off and throw it out. See, I know people like that, and that's why I have 3 or 4 Les Paul pickguards sitting around here. Because every time Richie would buy a Les Paul, he'd pull the guard off. He's like, "What this?" I'm like, "I'll take a brand new pickguard." One of them was a brand new guitar. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. As long as it's not white, I'm okay with it, I guess.
There we go.
I'm not a fan of white pickguards at all.
I don't mind. They don't show off any of the scratches.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really understand the point in a pickguard until I don't know what I was doing. But I think it was on this guitar. Like, like when you're playing, you can see where you've hit it with a pick. Like, it doesn't scratch the paint, but it
like mars it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And when we were done playing, I could see scratch marks literally from edge to edge. And I was like, what am I doing? Am I strumming the entire guitar? Like, how did I not, bust a knuckle on the edge of the guitar? Like, literally scratches from edge to edge.
That's crazy, man.
Okay, sure,
Yeah, it's like when you go across the gym floor with your sneakers on and you leave those black streaks.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, it's like...
No socks, no shoes. Instead, you got to break your neck crossing a gymnasium in socks.
Yeah. It's like a skating rink.
Yeah. Looks like everyone's talking to each other there. Keep those questions coming, folks. Man, we've been going an hour already.
Really?
It's insane.
Going quite fast, dude.
Yeah. There's Han 36 Solo.
I'm glad my laptop's holding up.
Yes.
Han 36 Solos here. What's up, man?
All right. I'm seeing a lot of people that don't like pickguards. So you all send your pickguards to me, and I'll make a big pile of pickguards.
Now, do you guys, when you play Les Pauls, if you play with pickguard, do you, what am I trying to say? Do you put your hand on the pickguard, or do you hold it up like this and then not even touch it?
I palm mute all the time. I always have my hand, even if I'm not palm mute, my hand is always resting on the corner of the bridge.
Oh, so anchor is the word I was looking for. Anchor your fingers, yeah. So you never do that when you play?
No, I've never anchored with my fingers. It's always anchoring with my palm.
I always wondered that about people, because some people, I come in contact with a lot of classical players, and I get yelled at all the time for the way I play.
Right.
They're like, "Oh, you're doing this wrong, man." It's like,
Paul Ewing says, nearly all the scratches on a guitar are from the back of your fingernails. Again, how my hands weren't killing me then. Let's see. What's the first major plans you have once the pandemic is done? Ooh.
You asking you or me?
Well, personally, I'd like to get laid.
There you go.
There we go. I'll go with that. It's the first thing that's going to pop in my head. So
Major plans after
dating again. Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't really do anything that much different now than I did before.
Hug more people.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll do that.
Yep.
I'm going to hug everybody I see.
Does Jack have any advice on playing while singing?
Playing while singing? Advice on playing while singing, huh? That's a good question. That is a feel thing to me. It's I don't even know if that's something I could teach somebody to do, but that's.
I think try to find a song that's really easy for you to be able to get. Like certain songs I can sing and play, and certain songs just forget it. It's just not an option. Even though it could all be cowboy chords, but it could be the way you got to sing, phrasing over the chords.
Yeah. So the thing for me, the singing is the harder part than the guitar playing, because the guitar is muscle memory, but when you sing, it's however you feel at that moment is what's going to come out.
No, Mayhem, you don't need to be posting that. He's like, do we need to post your Tinder link? He goes, good thing Amanda's not here.
Yeah, singing while playing, it's all a feel thing, man. If you can get the song internalized and feel where the rhythms are and where the accents are in the song, that's a good place to start, I guess.
Hey, looks like Mark's back. Mark, I had a question earlier. Do you remember me throwing a guitar at a show? And if so, what guitar was it that I threw? Actually, it could have been my Epiphone Les Paul.
Really? Yeah, those things don't break easy.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I end up refinishing it. So it could have been that's one of the reasons I didn't mind, is I might have even tossed it face down to scuff it up or something. Seems to me that's what it was. Robot Mess Switch says, happiness for me is healthy relatives and the post dropping off gear. There we go. I couldn't disagree with that.
Nice.
JP Page 2 says, learn them together. It's hard to learn them separately. I found for me it was playing in a band, starting to sing backup vocals on choruses, because choruses are nice and easy generally. And then, jumping in a little more. I still haven't got to the point where I could do a song singing and playing start to finish. The Kingston show? I don't think it was a Kingston show, Mark. It would have been with the Honey Badgers. I think it's Sticks and Stones, I want to say. That's going to bug me now. I'll text Richie off air. Do you remember? Yes, you moron. You threw your damn guitar on this time and date and blah, blah, blah. And it was, thank you. Hey, Rock Nutters 52. Welcome. New name here.
From the UK. Oh, it's late over there.
Good morning from the UK. Yeah, no kidding.
Or is it early?
Sexy bearded Viking. Gibson, thrown across the stage. No worries. Lean against the wrong headstock. Snap. Where do some of the shapes and guitars keep their value? Example, Epiphone Flying V are now 600 a used 200. Yeah. Certain guitars hold their value. One, Epiphone Flying Vs will always hold their value because they're always made in low product runs by comparison to everything else. And more people are apt to buy them because they always have the same headstock as the Gibson. But just Epiphone Les Pauls, like talking Canadian prices, 5 years ago, you can buy an Epiphone Les Paul for $300 every day of the week. Now they're $500. Like they've risen 40% in 5 years.
Dude, I used to be able to get Epiphone, like Les Paul standards for $120 over here.
And now they're probably all at least 250.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't find one now for less than 300 probably.
Okay. It was at Sticks and Stones, and he's narrowed it down to one of two Les Pauls.
Who's this?
It's my roadie, Mark. See, this is the good thing. Mark's been at damn near every concert I've played in the last 5 years, so he remembers this shit for me. He's my historian, my record keeper. Like, he pulls out show posters. You remember doing this gig? And I'm like, no. No.
Oh, did you see Fruitcake Tony's question?
Let's see here. Both of you, if you had to part with one of your guitars, which one would it be? I would say my Jackson, because it's like the newest, it's one of the newest ones in, and it's something that's easily replaced. I can go down the store and buy another one, no problem.
I'm looking around and thinking which one. I think probably my Supro Martinique. I have a Supro Martinique.
And I'm thinking Joe's probably going to leave a thumbs down since I said the Jackson.
Yeah, that would be mine. Supro Martinique.
There we go.
Although I love the thing, but I never play it.
Geez, Robot Master Switch, you're on it tonight, buddy. I am my own roadie and loadout crew. I am also my pre- and post-gig sex partner.
Maybe for another couple of weeks, man.
BT Rich says, considering one of the new Inspired by Gibson SGs by Epiphone, since I don't own an SG, I don't want to spend a lot of money if I don't find it fun to play. It's a good way to go. And those new Epiphones play great.
Yeah, I haven't played an Epiphone in a while.
I was playing mine the other day. But other than that one, it's been a while. Oh, Joe's got a question. I'm in a bind. Okay. Do I get a guitar or amp? He's like to say I can spend up to, but rather be under $400 US. Donald dollars. Fair enough. 6505 mini head, 6505 combo, some Ibanez RG or Jackson. My mama don't want me spending. Joe, stay away from the 6505 combo amps. They're garbage. They sound like ass. From what I've been told. I'm not a big knower of that stuff, but I'm told the combo unit pretty much sounds like ass for some reason. So maybe the 6505 mini head and a Harley Benton 112 cab. Or something comparable.
Yeah, I'm the wrong person to ask questions about amps.
Adam D says the Epi bodies don't look the same to me body-wise. It might be excessive poly they use around the edges, but they do look different. Yeah, they do have a bit of a different shine. I will say, not only did they put the corners back on the headstock, but the headstock itself is wider, which makes a big difference. Because that's one of the headstock was so narrow before, the body almost looked a bit wider. Hey, Brax Stubblefield. Do you guys think the older Epi stuff will hold value now that the new line kind of got an upgrade this year? I think made in Korea Epiphones are still going to hold their value because those things are beautiful.
Yeah.
You may see a dip for a while, but actually you probably won't see a dip for a while. You will see a dip in a couple of years once the 2020s start showing up on the used market. But there's so few of them out there right now. Let's see. Mark says you probably don't remember some of those gigs because you were having such a good time. Yes. And by the way, I'm interested in JS11, but would prefer the burgundy cherry colored one. Yes, the red one. think it's actually Candy Apple Red. Definitely get one of those. 200 Canadian or 100 and a half at Sweetwater. Watchman for you. Hello? No, the 5150 combo kills it, weighs a ton, loud, and has reverb. So go for the 5150 combo instead. Fruitcake Tony's been looking for a Brian May Red Special, but afraid I'm going to get a cheap guitar. Yeah. I think the Burns ones are quite expensive. It's like, that's the thing with those Brian May guitars. You're either buying a really cheap thing or a really expensive thing. There seems to be no middle ground. All right. Do you have any questions, Jack?
Do I have any questions for you?
Yeah.
What you been playing lately?
My Mexican telly mainly.
Learning new songs, or you just jamming, writing stuff? Or?
I wrote a new riff tonight, actually, before I sent you the link. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but yeah.
Do you write songs too?
I try. I end up writing partial songs, and then I need to bring in somebody to figure it out, you know?
Just put it together? Or
yeah.
Put the parts together?
Yeah, exactly. So once this quarantine's over, I've got 2 guys lined up to help me with that. One is my buddy Ben that was on the show here a month or 2 ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's offered me free use of his studio. And
nice, man.
Yeah, he basically just like, let's get these songs, because he sees these little 1-minute videos I'll put out on Instagram with an idea. Mm-hmm. He's like, let's do something with them. And then also my good buddy Rex, who plays a variety of instruments. He's the one in the drum loop video I put up this week.
Oh, dude, that guy's sick.
Yeah, tell me about it. And yeah, and he showed me that, and he's like, "Can you lay a guitar track over that?" And I'm like, "Sure, done."
How would you lay it? That's a crazy beat to put a guitar track to.
It's not going to be easy.
No,
but I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be something crazy, high gain, maybe. You know, I don't know.
That's a hell of a challenge, man.
Yeah, I believe that was the first time I'd heard from him in 2 or 3 weeks. I just got a random text one night, and it just said, "Week 4 of self-isolation, I'm high as fuck." And then there was that video. And I went, well, I'm posting that video on YouTube, dude, because that's gold.
That mask was hilarious he was wearing, too. That thing was crazy.
Ben Thomas says, Rex is sicker than Star Wars. Mark said, Rex rocks. Yeah, Mark was over at Rex's place with me a couple of months ago.
I only know one really good drummer, and he's got heart condition, and he's not in any shape to be playing. And I'm trying to get him to teach me some stuff on the drums.
Rex is a unique duck because every time I put up a Dirtbox demo of any kind, he doesn't leave a comment. I'll get a text. Coco, that's the only pedal you ever need.
He'll just text you his comment.
Yep, that's it. Yep. He'll even, like if he's watching right now, rather than come in the chat, he'll just text me on the side.
He'll text you, be like, "Hey, thumbs up, dude."
Blah, 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 blah. You're like, oh, here we are. We have breaking news.
That's awesome.
He is. But he's your good if you need one of those guys to get on your ass when you're recording.
He's the guy.
He'd be the type, like, if it's a riff-based song and you got to play that riff, he'll just play the same, say, 4-second loop of 4 beats. Mm-hmm. And all you'll hear in your ear is, nope, again. Yeah. Nope, again. Nope, again. Fucking again. Do it again. Do it again. Fucking do it again. And then after about 30, he goes, yeah, the 12th one was good.
See, it's good. It's good that you guys are friends, man, because when you get somebody in the studio that does that and you have to keep telling them again, they get pissed.
Whereas I get it,
Yeah.
And then when he shuts up on my ear, I know I'm in a groove.
Yep.
And then that's the crazy thing. Like he brought me in to lay down a solo on a thrash song. I'm not a thrash guy, but I know a few licks. So, with his wizardry, he was able to take the song and like slow it down by 2/3, like 1/3 the actual speed, because it was like 150 BPM. He slows it down to 50, but keeps it in key. So I just lay down this slow blues lead, and then he does his magic, and all of a sudden I sound like Kirk Hammett. To the point where I was like, that's not me. He goes, yeah, that's you. I was like, okay. He goes, that's what I do in LA all the time anyways. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay, whatever, dude. I don't know.
It's true though. A lot of times when I'm recording, I'll do the same thing to myself, and I'll just play a part until I get it. But then after I record it, I won't play it again.
Yeah.
For a long. I mean, if I have to play it again, I will. But usually, I record it. I'm like, all right, that's it. On to the next project.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, there's two ways to do it, right? Like, you can record the band live off the floor, or you can do
Yeah.
that compartmentalized cut and paste. And Rex is the type of thing where he'll take a drum loop, and then 6 months later, he's got a fully produced, whatever, trance music or whatever, because he does everything. Like, he'll listen to punk, house music, rock, doesn't care.
How do you know? Where'd you meet Rex from?
I met Rex at a punk show in 1993, I believe.
Were you guys playing together or just
I was
hanging out?
there checking out some buddies. Ben Thompson, again, his name comes up. He was playing at the show. That's where I met him. Part of this punk scene because because we're roughly halfway between Toronto and Montreal, we'd catch a lot of punk bands coming through on the off day.
Oh, I see.
So you'd rent a Lions Club or a Rotary Club or Mason's Hall or whatever and put on punk shows. And so we all met at this place. And then I got back into music, let me think, right around, let's say, 2009 or so. And I went out to a punk show, and they started doing these punk shows again. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I know that guy. Because you don't forget 6'2" redheads. You know?
No.
He didn't have the dreads at the time, but I was like, I know that guy. What? You know? And I'm like, I know you're from Trenton, aren't you? He was like, yeah, what of it? You know, okay. And then it turned out he was living with a buddy of mine. So I reconnected with my buddy at the show, and I go over to his place. I'm like, hey, Rex, how's it going? You know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's weird because those shows being 25 years later, half the bands on the bill were teenagers. The other half are all guys in their 40s who are old enough to go out and gig because, you know, the kids can just have a babysitter or whatever.
Yeah.
Or their wives just stay at home. Robot Master Switch asks, how often do you guys practice? I go for 1 to 2 hours every day. I try to do at least an hour a day.
What's practice?
There we are.
No, I don't ever sit down and practice. I just play.
Mine is a combination of, you know, start out playing just some easy chords, build up, then do a bunch of scales. Yeah, and it's just more to keep your hands in shape. That's why, you know, practice isn't to get to be a better player, but it's practice to keep my hands in shape.
Oh, well, I warm up before I play. But
Will Varela and Knucklehead Zero has to leave. He says going back to bed.
Oh, see you, man. Thanks
Have a good one, buddy. See you tomorrow.
Happy Easter.
Yeah. Preston Smith tries to practice a couple hours a day, but sometimes does 6 or more.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, sometimes when I start, I can't. If I have nobody in the house, I'll play until somebody comes home.
Nice. Yeah, exactly, Robot Master. Kid bands and dad bands. That's exactly it.
So all the other guys have stuff to do.
SD Design is asking, what microphones do you use?
For what? For guitars? Or for
guitars or vocals?
For vocals. For guitars, I
use the same mic for both.
I have a few different microphones. It depends what I'm gonna do, but normally I use if I'm recording acoustic guitar, I'll use 2 mics. I'll use a Shure SM81. And I'll put that in front of the guitar, and then I'll use a large diaphragm condenser over my shoulder, over my right shoulder, because I play this way. So I'll put the large condenser right over here, and I'll record that way. Or sometimes I'll just, if I'm singing and playing at the same time, I usually use my either my Mojave. I have a Mojave Audio MA300, which is a tube mic condenser. And also a Manley Reference Cardioid, which is also a tube condenser mic. I don't know if I have any sitting here I can show you real quick, but yeah, that's usually what I use. And then I have a Warm Audio WA87, which I really like as well. It's like a clone of a Neumann. But it sounds really nice. I really like the sound of that one. And it's not very, it's not a super expensive mic. But yeah, that's usually it.
Sure, 58 for everything.
Yeah, I have a couple mics I use like for live singing. I have a Shure KSM 8 and a KSM 9. The KSM 8's like it's a dynamic microphone, but it has some kind of weird the way the air flows in the mic chamber. It makes it so it doesn't get the proximity effect.
Oh,
So
okay.
you could hold it right up to your mouth and it
Right.
sounds clear. And then the KSM 9 is a handheld condenser microphone, but it looks like a SM58
Nice.
sort of. But it's a condenser mic, but it has really good off-axis rejection. So it's like a super cardioid mic, so it just gets whatever straight ahead of you. So
Right.
as long as I don't have anything behind me directly coming in, then I'm good.
Nice.
So that's what I use if I do any live stuff, which I haven't done lately. But, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I got a few.
Robot Mouse Switch. Do you guys mic amps or use audio interface? I feel like an old fart. I'm just getting into that. So for me, yeah, it's miking with 58s into an interface on the laptop. Playing live, no, I just crank my amp. The only thing that went through the PAs ever was vocals because we ran 115 to 117 decibels on stage. We was loud, and I like
150. You said 100.
Fall asleep, and your tinnitus is so loud you can't fall asleep.
You said 115 decibels on stage.
Yeah,
dude, that's like a jet engine.
Yep, you got to keep up with the drummer. And we had a loud drummer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mic any amps.
Oh, you remember what I was saying about Rex?
Yeah, did he text you?
Smoking Court, Bayside Secondary School.
Hey, Rex. That's funny.
Awesome. Awesome, Will. He says, I'll be saving this chat since I missed the beginning. Yeah, definitely. If you're joining me, definitely check out the beginning on replay. Drums are the hardest to accommodate. Yes, exactly. Because that's what people ask us to turn down. I'm like, how do you turn down a drummer?
Yeah. You got to get a better drummer.
Well, Shane was great until he got into it.
Because, I mean, one with more dynamics.
Yeah, like Shane could be light when he wanted to be. If he got into it all, though, if you've seen Shane, he was a big guy. You know, he's well over 300 pounds. So, when he'd get into it, he's boom. It's like, damn. Like when he was
a lot of power.
Oh yeah, I remember somebody pissed him off. I don't know what happened, but he hit that snare, and it was like a cannon. It wasn't like a gun going; it was like a cannon, like a howitzer. Boom! Like you'd swear it was mic'd, and I'm just like, I jumped. Thank you, Beavy. Mentioning to SD some mics to check out. Joe Hickey. There's Joe. How you doing, brother? Joe is the bass player of Stonehill. JJ's band.
JJ's band, yeah. What's up, man? How you doing?
Joe. You guys remember some late night hangouts on here? Joe would do some cameos on here from time to time. Brother Joe, good to see you. Hell of a singer and player himself.
Nice.
He put a cover on Facebook yesterday, day before, him doing Paul Simon's Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard.
That's a good tune.
Oh, and not easy to sing and play.
Oh, no. And nothing by Paul Simon's easy to sing.
Yeah.
Or play.
Awesome. Well, folks, if you have any other questions, we'll go another 5 minutes or so here and then wrap things up. Because I'll be honest, I had a turkey dinner before going live, and it's starting to kick my ass.
Sure it's not the wine?
Could be the wine, too, you know. That's right. Everyone check out Stonehill. I got the power. That's right. I got the power. Great song. I'm not doing it justice there, but Josh Paskowitz on vocals. Man's got a set of lungs on him. Wow, feeling love. Great to see you guys. Miss you, Joe. Joe and I got to hang out a fair amount at JJ's place this year, so it was awesome. Will says, I think in JJ's band, he only has guys whose names start with J. Yeah, Josh, James, Joe. Forgetting the drummer's name at the moment. That's right, Krellbar. He says, Ben isn't a turkey groupie, he's a Tripto fan. I came looking for you. Awesome. Live every Sunday and Monday, Joe. 5 o'clock your time every Sunday and Monday.
I think I saw Robot.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
I think I saw Robot Master Search ask me something.
Well, let's answer away.
It says, let's see.
And Sean Walden
says, do you ever busk any go-to songs? Landslide always gets me quarters. No, I don't busk. I used to go. Sometimes I would go to Lake Merritt in Oakland and just play.
I would not recommend busking in San Francisco.
Yeah, I would just go to a park and play, and people would try to give me money, but I would always say, no, I'm just playing. I'm just here to play. You can sit down and listen if you want.
Exactly.
But go-to songs?
Yeah, great show and guest as always, Ben. I agree.
I don't really do any. I mean, I guess I started off doing a lot of cover songs. That's how I learned. But I don't really have any go-to songs. Not anymore.
And Guitar Man 45 is just asking if JJ's place is in Hamilton. Nope, it's in Southern California. Orange County.
Orange County.
Joe says, Ben, thanks for having Jack on. I've been waiting all day for this. You guys did a great job. I had a good time tonight. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Joe. Good to see you, man.
Awesome. Let's see if anything else comes in here. Jack is a true artist. He goes out in public and gives his gift away for the enjoyment of others. It's a nice way to say it.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, that's a very nice statement.
Yeah. Ben Tom's a good guy.
Oh, dude, Ben's awesome.
Yeah.
Or Tom, I should say.
You know, and he's got to be a good guy because he survived going to school with RJ. I'm just saying that in case RJ's lurking in here as well. Joe is asking, Rockin', did you guys play or talk gear? We're just talking gear. I will be playing on here tomorrow night. My virtual busking, as I call it.
Yeah, it was a little...
Joe, I love to talk gear. I talk his ear off about it. He goes, don't talk to me about that. I just play.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that most of the time. I didn't start getting into the gear stuff until I started watching all you guys on YouTube.
It's a rabbit hole, eh?
But I didn't really know much about gear. The only reason I started getting all these guitars in the first place is not because I wanted guitars. It was because I was recording and I wanted different sounds for tracks. And I was like, well, okay. And that's how I got into getting all this stuff.
There's the dog put. First comment of the night that I've seen. Nobody is lurking.
Dogpo, what's up, dude?
Tom says RJ has the same giving personality and soul that Jack the Rabbit has.
RJ's a good dude.
He is. Yeah, I was looking forward to meeting him in Nashville last year. You know, and just you don't know how the reception's going to be, and then when I saw him, I'm like, RJ. He's like, Ben, just like RJ is, and you know, it's like awesome.
Yeah, RJ's a good guy. I like RJ a lot.
Laz is asking, who do you have, if anyone, tomorrow? Nobody tomorrow, just me solo. I'll be playing music, doing Q&A. Back to my usual thing. You know, once in a while I'll have a special guest on Monday. But I like to keep Mondays just to be me for the most part, and then keep Sundays to the interview side. There's Brian from Oregon. He says, lurking is my specialty.
The sexy bearded Viking wizard saying he likes the reflection in my
Oh yeah,
Love all the acoustics.
nice.
So the high reflection acoustic porn in the background. That's funny.
Well, we just about hit the 90-minute mark. Do you have anything to add, my good man?
No, man. I just want to say thank you so much for having me on. I was a little intimidated coming on after all those heavyweights you had on the last couple of weeks.
Those were just your opening acts, man.
Yeah.
Think about that time Pete Thorne opened for you, right?
Man, yeah, it's probably the only time I'll be able to say something like that. Man, yeah. No,
well,
it was great.
I think it's awesome that you came on. Maybe one of the mods can post a link to Jack's channel once more here in the chat. So if you haven't already, folks, we still got 59 people in here. I know a lot of people are already following you, but if you haven't already, definitely give Jack the Rabbit a follow. Because, you know, as we keep subscribing to him more and more, he's going to feel the need to be posting more of that great music. So
it's true. It's true. The more subscribers I get, the more pressure. I'm like, I got to keep putting up videos.
I agree.
It's very true.
And I definitely want to thank everybody that has been tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Believe me, I've noticed the growth over the last month. So thank you very much for all you new folks joining in. And
everybody sub Ben
here for the long haul, that are continuing to watch. There it is. Thanks, Terry. And
thanks, Terry.
Everybody that donated to the cause tonight. Believe me, much appreciated. It all goes back into the channel. And tomorrow night I'll be back here, live Q&A, play some music. Let me bring up the calendar so I don't get the dates mixed up. Wow, I really need to update it because the first one on my list is Steve from Boston. I'm like, yeah, that was a while ago. All right, so yes, 1 week for tonight we have Sean Pierce Johnson. Then we have on the 26th, we have both Steve Anderson and the captain, Michael Smith, coming on, showing off a bunch of guitars. Sunday, May 3rd, we have Butt Cheeks himself, Brendan B. Squared, coming on. That should be fun. And then the next week is May 10th, that health willing and everything, my mom's going to come on for Mother's Day again.
Oh, no way, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So there we go. And then that means I got a book for mid-May now. Awesome. So definitely, thanks again, Jack, for coming on. This was awesome. I'm glad, we got to answer some questions here. Sorry, I got distracted. Aaron, he's like, I noticed the growth. That's what she said. Thanks, Aaron. He always knows how to throw a wrench into me wrapping things up. So, some Dave dude. Hello. He goes, so late. Rewinding with a fresh brew. Awesome, some Dave dude. Enjoy the show. And again, thanks everybody that tuned in. And as always, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you. Karma's real. I'm living the dream. Jack's living the dream. I hope you are too. Be good to each other.